Okay, boys and girls, we're back. Just got the little tomato seedlings planted. Planted a couple of rows. I started to show you the planting stage, but I figured, you didn't need to see somebody plant no 100 tomatoes. But anyway, what I did is just, I pulled the line from one end of the garden to the other one, and I went and got some compost, and I made me a little pile all the way down the line, which I don't know how much I used. I didn't really measure it, but for both rows, probably a 55 or 60 gallon, like a 55 gallon drum, probably about that much. And then after I got it down on my 2 rows, I took the tiller and tillered it in. And then I just put my string back up and dug a hole, and I mixed me up some 511 organic fish fertilizer, and I put just about a half a cup in each hole, and went ahead and planted them, you know. Also I planted me a little bit of basil in between, would start it a little bit. But anyway, after I put my fish fertilizer in, my liquid fish fertilizer, I used some 511, and I used another type. I think it was a 231, about half and half. We'll see how they do. But anyway, then I went through and just peeled the bottom limbs off, of course, like everybody does, and buried them pretty deep. And just about the time we was on the last row, the rain just started lightly sprinkling. So we're supposed to get rain all this afternoon and even some tonight. So maybe we'll be good to go. And one more little quick thing I'm gonna show you before I quit is, in the last video I showed you where we was gonna dig up some zinnias and maybe some sunflowers, sunflowers. Couldn't tell exactly for which ones was which, but anyway, we before I tillered, we dug those up and planted a little row of probably zinnias and sunflowers, and then we had a couple more little rows there, and so we had some seed we saved, and so we planted those. And so anyway, just doing an update, mostly for myself for next year, as I forget stuff. But anyway, thanks for coming along. See you next time. Okay, boys and girls, welcome back. Today's tomato planting day, but where we're going to tiller and put the tomatoes this year, since we do crop rotation, is where we had some flowers planted last year. And these little plants I'm showing you are zinnia plants coming up. It dried up about 3 weeks ago. Oh, watch out, Harley. There's old Harley, if y'all remember old Harley from last year. Anyway, now Harley, you're going to have to watch out. Anyway, it dried up enough about 3 weeks ago to tiller up part of the garden. And lo and behold, these zinnias are coming back. So instead of course we still got seeds, but instead of just tilling them under, we're going to transplant these the first thing this morning. And after we get them transplanted, where we're going to have a little flower bed in the garden, we're going to then plant our tomatoes. Anyway, we saved some seed from last year, so we'll probably also plant more. But anyway, I just thought I'd show you a quick glimpse of this before we started our tomatoes.